Andros, you're an idiot. Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series where we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 7th episode of the show, Power Rangers in Space, as well as the 257th episode overall, titled A Ranger Among Thieves. We begin this episode on the mega ship where everyone is training on the simu deck. They take out their weapons and they go after the same monster that we saw TJ and Ashley train against before. They finish it off and they stop the simu deck. Dekka then says it's time for their tests. Math midterms. What? At Angel Grove High, the bell goes off, scaring Andros, and they tell him to go out and make friends in Angel Grove. Excuse me? You guys are in school? On the Dark Fortress, we meet a new monster, Voltage Hog. Astronomer tells him that once he's fully charged, go kill the Rangers. He leaves. At the surf spot, Adele is telling a police officer about how her big white van was stolen around 10 a.m. The cops say they'll do their best as some greaser dude is there listening. He walks away, taking money out of some lady's wallet. He comes over to the billiards, telling his friends how the cops have no clue. Andros is there trying to eat a banana without peeling it, and the girl in the group tells him that he needs to peel it. He then comes over and tells her what to do with the billiards, and the greaser dude bets him that he can't make that shot, saying he'll give him his milkshake if he can. This episode sucks. To the shock and surprise of no one, Andros makes the shot exactly as predicted, and he explains that it was just physics. Oh, Andros knows physics, but he doesn't know what a fucking banana is? Meanwhile, Bulk and Skull and Phenomenus are there, leaving carrots and celery out for a rabbit, who Phenomenus says is an alien. They're hiding out in trash cans for some reason, and of course, they get food dumped onto them. Also, they put a lot of food into the trash can that's designated for, like, tin cans, which means that they're terrible at their job. Bulk and Skull and Phenomenus get out. Okay, anyways. Andros is leaving the surf spot and he finds his new friends outside, trying to use a coat hanger to break into a car, which Andros assumes means that they're just locked out of their own car. Andros uses his telekinesis to unlock the thing. Honestly, we're getting a lot more mileage out of this whole telekinesis thing than I really anticipated. He explains that he just knows his cars, and we're finally introduced to these three as Chuck, David, and Susie. They invite him to hang out with them for the day. Andros agrees to hang out and they get into the car, leaving just as someone comes out screaming for their car that was just stolen. Chuck gives Andros some gum and he swallows it. Susie explains that you have to chew it and blow bubbles, and Susie demonstrates, and of course, Andros blows a huge freaking bubble that pops onto his face. They then see someone named Mikey who steals an old lady's purse. Andros immediately gets out, handling Mikey until the cops show up, taking Mikey away. The old lady hugs Andros, who tries to give him a reward, but Andros declines, walking away. He then gets into the car again, saying he can't stand a thief. Andros, you're an idiot. Meanwhile, Skull is asleep and the rabbit has appeared. Phenomenus then comes toward the thing and he tells Bulk and Skull to shut up, and when his back is turned, Voltage Hog appears, so of course the three freak out, running away in a panic. Voltage Hog then starts hogging some voltage, I guess. The crew in the car are going by, and Andros tells him to stop the car, getting out and running away, saying that he has to go handle something. He comes in to find Voltage Hog. Let's rock it! He fires at Voltage Hog before taking out his spiral saber. He starts fighting him one-on-one, and he actually does a pretty good job, to be honest. To the point that Voltage Hog retreats. Andros tells Alpha and Dekka to keep an eye out for the monster. Andros then finds the car again, and then around the corner, he finds them with Adele's missing van. Chuck explains that they stole it, and it finally clicks to Andros that he's been hanging out with thieves this entire time. Andros is then really pissed because he thought they were his friends. David tries to tell Chuck to just leave Andros alone, but Chuck goes anyways, finding Voltage Hog there, who has just apparently teleported like 2 feet away from the battle. Voltage Hog then manhandles Chuck, holding him up, and David and Susie run out, seeing what's going on. They run to Chuck as Voltage Hog comes closer. Andros comes out, kicking Voltage Hog back, saying he's going to protect the others. Andros then, unmorphed, is fighting the monster, and they start to run away, but Susie and David come back, trying to find ways to help Andros. Because I guess they've got redeeming qualities now. They toss a fake-ass tire at Voltage Hog, and Andros tells them they need to just run away. When Voltage Hog gets up, he just teleports away. How's that math midterm going, guys? Andros then pretends to go in a different direction from his friends before he morphs. Let's rock it again! Voltage Hog is now back, absorbing more energy. Where is this guy teleporting to? And Andros flies in, getting hit down a hill. Then Ecliptor comes out of nowhere, ready to be a little bitch again. Andros tells him to go away, but nope. Andros and Ecliptor then start fighting one-on-one. Is Voltage Hog just like standing around? Andros then gets hit down, and he's not doing great again. Ecliptor is seriously overpowered. He then just drags Andros around on the ground with an energy rope. It's actually pretty good. Andros takes out the spiral saber, but that's not doing anything at all to Ecliptor, who just breaks the spiral saber before he actually holds Andros' head down with his foot into a puddle. Damn, Andros, you suck. The other 4 Rangers show up and they use Dekka's new weapon, the Quadro Blaster, which is their 4 weapons put together. They fire at Ecliptor, and apparently that was enough to knock him away. He teleports out mid-air. The 5 Rangers take on Voltage Hog, who blasts them back. Andros says he's been charging up this whole time while they were fighting Ecliptor. Cassie then uses her satellite stunner to distract Voltage Hog, and then they use the Quadro Blaster and Andros' Astro Blaster to hit Voltage Hog, hitting a gross piece off of him. Astronema fires the Satellasers, making him giant, so the Rangers call it the Astro Megazord, and they are immediately tied up with a weird tentacle from Voltage Hog. They then pretty quickly take out their Astro Megazord saber, killing Voltage Hog. RIP that thing that was not a hog. We then see that Chuck is working on stealing another car, and the 2 cops find him getting him. At the surf spot, the Rangers are reviewing their tests, and Andros tells Adele that he has to talk to her about something very important, and she says that actually she has to talk to Susie and David first, and Andros lets her go do that. Susie and David apologize to Adele, giving her back her keys. At first she's so excited, and then she goes, oh. She then says that any fool can make a mistake, but it takes a lot of courage to own up, so they will be making deliveries. She also gets mad that they call her Miss Ferguson because her friends call her Adele. What the fuck? No, that's not how any of this should go. On the Dark Fortress, Astronema is watching Bulk, Skull, and Phenomenus for some reason, and she sees that the professor has something that will go kaboom if it's messed up. And she likes kaboom. Seriously, that's how it's delivered. The end. This episode's like all over the place. I thought I would really hate it, but it actually wasn't as bad as I thought. The worst part is that it's mostly just Andros with these 3 people that I don't care about. Also, the moral is like horribly fumbled at the end. I mean, they stole the van, so now they get to drive the van for deliveries. This Adele lady is just asking for the van to get stolen again. I like the tie into the next episode at the end, so that's something to be said for this episode. But overall, it feels like we're kind of treading water pretty hard here, and I'm not sure we're going to be paddling anywhere soon, which is a bit of a bummer. Also, I think this is one of a couple mentions of the Space Rangers actually being in high school. Thank God, because that makes no sense. Like, it raises so many questions about them living in space and then going to school that I don't even want to get into. Or like, what do their parents think happened? Whatever, I'm not going to waste energy on this. Overall, it wasn't a great episode, but it was actually pretty inoffensive overall. Next time, we got our first Cassie-focused episode of the season. Let's see if she's going to like make out with a dog again or whatever, but until then, may the power protect you.